Yo guys, what's going on? It's Jackson here from Rune TCG, and today I would like to go over the rules for my game because I think that's a pretty important part of any card game. And anyway, I'd like to make some battle videos soon. So I definitely think having you guys in the know about what's going on in my game could be pretty useful for you and to make like your enjoyment of my game even better. So I'm just gonna stop rambling and let's get into it. So keep in mind, I did make these rules before I changed the whole game, kind of, because believe it or not, this game was not always called Rune. So they were called energies instead, because I didn't really have a actual name for them yet. But so to start up the whole rules is the setup. So shuffle both of your decks, main deck and your Rune deck, and lay out both of them. Then draw 4 cards from your main deck and flip a coin to see who goes first. So after I read pretty much all these rules, I'm just going to go into an actual cam, and I'll show you how they work in like the real world at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. So then the phase of the game, draw phase, draw 1 card from each of your decks, main deck and Rune deck. Play phase. You may play as many cards as you would like during this phase. Attach phase. You may attach any item cards and up to 1 rune to any of your minions. So you only can attach 1 rune per turn. Next is the attack phase. You may use your active minion to attack your opponent's active minion, unless your active minion's ability says otherwise. End phase. Discard cards in your hand until you have 7 or less cards, and you may only have up to 2 runes in your hand at a time. So, next, runes. Once per turn, you may attach a rune to one of your minions. Every minion has a color, and that color is associated with one type of rune. There are 5 types of runes: black, white, green, red, and blue. And a minion can only attack if they have enough runes attached to them. And you know if they have enough because there's a number specified at the bottom of the minion card, as you see in that diagram down there. So it's at the complete bottom, and it's the same color as the name. So they need that many runes attached to them for them to be able to attack. So the layout of play, it's actually the exact opposite of what's up here. The bench is behind the active minion, but everything else is the same. So sorry about that. I can show again. I'll just show you guys everything that like how it actually looks in an actual game. So deck rules. To play a game of Rune TCG, you must have a deck of 30 non-rune cards and another deck of 15 rune cards. So your main deck has 30 cards and your Rune deck has 15 runes. You may not have more than 3 of any non-rune cards in a deck. So this basically means you can only have like 3 Napata Mecha Dragons. Like you can't have 4 of a card, of like one certain card. So then the layout explained. So the layout has 2 main features. There's an active minion slot, which is that your active minion is the only minion that can attack. And then your bench, you can have up to 5 minions on your bench. So, and if you do not like which minion is in your active slot, you can discard an energy that is attached to that minion, and then you may move that minion back to your bench and a different minion from your bench into your active slot. So, next, attacking. During your attack phase, you may use your active minion to damage your opponent's minion. To do this, you take your minion's attack and subtract it from your opponent's minion's HP. During end phases, HP does not reset. If the minion's HP goes below 0, it is dead and it gets discarded. So it's and if your opposing minions your opposing minion's attack does not matter in attacking. That stat is only used on their owner's turn. So types of cards/runes. there are two types of cards in Rune TCG. There are minion and then there are spell cards. So as you can see, there are 5 different types of colors, and you can see which what they look like. And then next is killing minions. So DMG or damage is another way of saying like attack. So it does the same thing as like attacking, but it can happen in any phase. Like generally it's on like spell cards or the minion's ability, not and it doesn't act the minions don't do it directly. So and when a minion's HP is lowered down to 0 or lower, it is killed. Killed minion and all cards attached to it are immediately discarded. Then points are awarded to the player who killed the minion. Points are not awarded if a player kills their own minion through damage or attack. So points, if you're wondering what points are the way you win a game of Rune TCG. You gain a point by killing one of your opponent's minions. You gain points equal to the number of runes it would take for them to attack. So a 3 rune minion you'd get 3 points for killing it, regardless if it actually had those runes on it. So, and then the minions that cost 0 runes for them to attack, you still get a point for killing them. So, and then to win a game of Rune TCG, you need to gain 15 points before your opponent does. So here are the other types of cards: spells, items, and environments. You can tell which one they are because first of all, they don't have a cost on the card, and then they also say, like in the top, in the in the top left corner, they'll have an I for items, an S for spells, or an E for environment. So spells, you can play one at any of your phases. There's no limit to how many spells you can play in a turn, and they're just pretty good, and they're generally used for like quick damage or quick card draw. But they have tons of uses. Then items, you may play them on your attachment phase. There's only one per minion, but if you play an item card onto a minion that already has an item, the previous item gets discarded. And you can place item cards onto your opponent's minions. So environments, you may only play environments on your play phase. Only one environment can be in play at a time, which means that doesn't mean for you and you cannot play in an environment and your opponent cannot play an environment. Like you can't have 2 environments at the same time. So if I played first turn, if I played like a power plant, then my opponent played a Shrine of Punishment. The Shrine of Punishment would replace the power plant. They wouldn't be both in effect. So it's kind of complicated, but now I'm just going to go into like an actual like camera to show you what these look like. So see you then. So basically, here's what I was talking about. I was saying, so here's the item. This is the I for the item, the S for the spell, and the E for the environment. Here's how the play is. Like, here's how the field should look like. You should have up to 5 minions on your bench, and then your active is in front with your normal deck with, like, cards, like, normal cards in it. And then your rune deck. Normally, they're not like flipped upside, so you can actually see what you're gonna get, because you can't have more than one type of rune in your deck. And also, normally they're just like this, but I had them flipped up just so you can kind of see. And then here are all the colors of minions. So here's black, red, white, blue, and green. So yeah. So here's an example of like a spell, because see it says draw 2 cards. It's simple and you can play it at any time. So thanks for watching, and I would actually like to talk about something before I end this video. So if I'm super surprised. We gained subscribers really quick this week, and I cannot wait to see how this channel grows. And to commemorate this glorious achievement of 32 subscribers at the moment I'm recording this, I would like to make an announcement about what happens if I hit 50 subscribers.
So if I hit 50 subscribers, which I never think I actually will, but if I do, I would like to make a mat, like design a mat, for playing Rune TCG on them, and you guys will be able to select which minions you would like to be actually on the mat, and then I'll design it, I'll draw it, and then we'll make it, and then we'll sell it on the Game Crafter with these packs. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.